I was telling about all the properties, that is first shifting property, second shifting property, that we can apply directly over here, right? In that case, what we are doing in first shifting property, see, first shifting property for inverse Laplace transform, right? For Laplace transform, in first shifting property, if you observe that we were having this type of conditions, that if Laplace of f of t, sorry, if Laplace of f of t is capital F of s, then Laplace of e to the power at f of t, we have to interchange, or we have to change s with s minus e. So if, let me write property of Laplace first, then from that we are going to write property of inverse Laplace. If Laplace of f of t is capital F of s, then Laplace of e to the power at f of t was f of s, where we have to change this s with s minus e. So it was f of s minus e. Right? So whenever you are having Laplace inverse of, right, f of s plus a or f of s minus a, so you can convert it like this. Right? First convert this s minus a in terms of s, so it will be e to the power at into f of t, where f of t is your Laplace inverse of f of s. Is it clear? Right. Because instead of this s minus a, right, instead of s minus a, you have to go in reverse manner. You have to multiply e to the power at, and you have to find Laplace inverse of f of s. Right. So similar to your second shifting property. So just yes, यहाँ से अपन हमने inverse किया है, right? We have applied inverse. This Laplace will go to this side. This will become your Laplace inverse of f of s minus a. Now let us see few examples based on them, so you will get clearer idea. Okay. Question number 1. Laplace inverse of 3s plus 2 divided by 4s square plus 16. Okay. Now let us try to find its inverse Laplace. Now we are not having any formula like this, right? But we are having formula of s divided by s square plus a square and a divided by s square plus a square, isn't it? So let us try to convert it in these forms. So first take 4 common from denominator. So this will be your Laplace inverse of 3s plus 2 divided by s square plus 4 or not. Okay. Now after that, apply Laplace inverse on both the sides. So this 1 by 4 is already common. So this is equal to 1 by 4 into Laplace inverse of 3s divided by s square plus 4 plus Laplace inverse of 2 divided by s square plus 4, isn't it? And 4 is what? Your 2 square or not? Okay, 4 is your 2 square. This 3 you can take out from this inverse Laplace. So it is 1 by 4. This is 3. Now Laplace inverse of s divided by s square plus 4 s square plus 2 square. It is cos 2t or not? In the same way, this is your sin 2t or not? Okay. Now you can keep this 4 outside only, or you can multiply inside based on the options. Is it clear now? Right. So this is same question as Laplace. Right. Sorry. Eraser is not working. Okay, wait. Are you getting my point? Please give me some response. Okay. Shall we move to next question? Students, is it clear or not? Right, first question of inverse Laplace, just we have used basic formulae. Okay, is it clear? Am I audible? Can you hear me? Type in chat box. Okay, great. So let us see second question now. Okay. Laplace inverse of S, what is t over here? This you are asking about this small t, capital T. Small t or capital T? Where is capital T? It is plus. It is plus. Okay. Small t. See, like when we were applying Laplace, right? We were converting Laplace f of t to capital F of S or not? Right. What is the use of Laplace? Laplace is going to change domain of your function. Right. When we are applying Laplace, sorry, it was highlighted, that's why. When we are applying Laplace to a function which is having domain t, right, it was converted to another function which is having domain S. So in the same way, when you apply Laplace inverse, so your function which is having domain S, it can be again converted back to domain T. Now you will ask, sir, what is its use? Its use is mechanical and our metallurgy field is very less, but its use in electronics field is very much more. Okay. In electronics field, whenever you are having complex circuitry, right, different circuitries, then if you have to solve those circuitries, first equation of all the circuitries is written in T form. Okay. And this is very complex. You cannot solve it directly. So if you apply Laplace first, then this problem is become in variable S, or is converted to new domain variable S, which is simplified version. Then you can simplify over here. After simplification, when you get your answer, again you can apply Laplace inverse to whatever suppose new function you got over here. So you will get again your answer in T. So this simplification, which was difficult in T domain, right, with the help of Laplace, it was simplified in S domain, and again with the help of inverse Laplace, we can convert them back to T domain. Okay, so this is its main application of Laplace. Is it clear now? Okay, shall we move to second question? Okay, so this is your main application of Laplace and inverse Laplace. Even if you have any alternative subject, what we can say, yes, when we are taking elective subjects, na? So in that elective subject, you should probably you have learned this. Right? We were having in class semester 6 control engineering, right? In that we learned few things about that. So let us see here, Laplace inverse of S divided by S minus 3 whole square. So how we can find over here Laplace inverse of S divided by S minus 3 whole square? So we are having any direct formula? No. But one thing we can do over here. If anyhow we can remove this minus 3, then it will be only S square. Then after simplification, we can get this formula. So here we are having S minus A. Here we are having S minus A. We want to convert this into S. Right? We want to remove this minus A. How we can remove this? First shifting property or not? Right? S minus A can be converted to S. So how you can determine that you have to use first shifting property or not? That you have to determine based on this instinct only, that you cannot find Laplace inverse of S minus A term, but you can find Laplace inverse of S term. So let us interchange it. And when you are going to interchange it, right, you have to write e to the power at f of t. See over here. So this is your f of s, right? S minus a, you have to convert this into a s. So Laplace inverse of s upon s minus 3 whole square can be written as from first shifting property e to the power 3t. If it is minus 3, you have to write e to the power 3t f of t. Now, where your f of t is, what is your f of t? F of t is Laplace inverse of s, okay, or Laplace inverse of f of s. And that f of s, how you can write this? See, from s minus a, you have to remove a. You have to remove a means what we were doing in second shifting property. We are going to add plus a in place of s, right? Instead of s, we are going to write s plus a. Right, I'm repeating this once again. So instead of s, if I write s plus a, see over here, it is already s minus a. So instead of s, if I write s plus a, so s plus a minus a will get cancelled out. So here instead of s, I have to write s plus a, right? So this s can be written as s plus a, and in the same way in denominator this s can be written as s plus a. Okay. Or from here, I can give you simplified version of first shifting property as well. Right? Let us write its another version. So in its another version, suppose it is Laplace inverse of f of s only. Okay. If we are taking e to the power at, so it will become Laplace inverse of f of s plus a. That means instead of s, you have to write s plus a. Right? You have to replace s with s plus a over here. Right? For Laplace, we were replacing s with s minus a. For inverse Laplace, we have to replace s with s plus a. Okay. So it is your e to the power at, it is your e to the power 3t, it is your Laplace inverse of s plus 3 by s plus 3 minus 3 whole square. We are replacing s with s plus 3. So this plus 3 minus 3 will get cancelled out. This is your Laplace inverse of s plus 3 by s square. So this will be your Laplace inverse of s by s square plus 3 by s square. Okay. So s by s square is what? 1 by s or not? Okay. So this is your Laplace inverse of 1 by s plus 3 by s square. Now, Laplace inverse of 1 by s square. So you all know that Laplace of 1 is 1 by s or not? Right. If Laplace of 1 is 1 by s, sorry. If Laplace of 1 is 1 by s, then Laplace inverse of 1 by s will be what? 1 only. Right. So Laplace inverse of 1 by s will give us 1. Plus Laplace inverse of 3 by s square. Now what is this formula? See, 3 is constant. S is in denominator, t should be in numerator. From you are moving from s to t, so you have to decrease its power, 2 minus 1. And when you are writing in factorial, yes, 2 minus 1 factorial. What is your t power of t? That should be here in factorial. So it is 1 plus 3t by 1 factorial. So this is your answer. Is it clear? Okay, first shifting property for inverse Laplace. Oh, sorry. And this is your f of t only. So our final answer will be, right, this is your f of t. So our final answer is e to the power 3t into 1 plus 3t. This is our final answer. Okay, because this is our f of t. And our answer is e to the power 3t into f of t. Right, I'm repeating first shifting property once again. Right, I'm thinking that you must be having doubt in this. So first shifting property for inverse Laplace transform, you just remember like this, that was all for explanation. So whenever you are having Laplace inverse of f of s and you have to use first shifting property over here, you are writing e to the or you have to convert this s, right? You cannot find this Laplace inverse of f of s directly, but however, if you are going to convert this into f of s plus a or s minus a, then you can find this Laplace transform easily or inverse Laplace easily. So if you are converting into s plus a, you have to multiply that with e to the power at. If you are converting with s minus a, Laplace inverse of f of s, if you are converting this s into s minus a, then you have to multiply over here with e to the power minus at. Is it clear now? Please give me some response. If you are converting s into s minus a, you have to multiply with e to the power minus at. If you are converting s to s plus a, you have to multiply with e to the power at. Okay, so here also in this question, right, we could not find the Laplace inverse of s by s minus 3 whole square directly, but however, if I convert s minus 3 into s only, right, or if I can replace this s with s plus 3, then this plus 3 minus 3 will get cancelled out. So after simplification, we can get this. So is it clear now? Please give me some response. Okay, so let us skip till here only, right? And today evening, we'll see different examples of Laplace inverse and its properties, and we are going to finish Laplace inverse in today's evening session, right? Okay, have a great day everyone. Thank you.